What keeps you where you are is 100% victimhood. And I need you to hear me very clearly. I am not saying it is your fault that the things that are happening in your life are happening in your life, but continuing to stay in that energy space, that then becomes a choice. Okay, I hope I'm in frame. I'm trusting. We're leading by faith here. Hi guys, my name is B and I am here to share something that has been on my heart. I just wrapped up a session with one of the ladies in my Oscar Mom group. Oscar Mom is basically an emotional, spiritual, social support online space that exists for moms. And yeah, so I do offer some coaching services and sessions to moms in the group for those who want, right? And today, during the session, I was led to Proverbs 31 as a reference point. And there are a few things I'm going to unpack in Proverbs 31 that I want to share with you guys. I might have a stain on my top because I have a baby who's 10 months old who does her own thing. But anyway, asikolapo. How we're going to do this is I'm going to read the verses that stuck out to me that I referenced in the session, and I'm going to unpack them. So Proverbs 31 verse 15. She gets up while it is still night. She provides food for her family and portions for her female servants. One, soft life provides. I'm not going to get into the hierarchy of provision, non-provision, or whatever, but I want you guys to understand something about the soft life. The soft life doesn't mean that you sit and you rot and you eat someone else's money in the kindest way possible. It means that you are taken care of, you are incubated, you are supported so that you can live out your purpose next to your husband. I'm not going to dwell too much on that. Verse 16, she considers a field and buys it. Out of her earnings, she plants a vineyard. This speaks about entrepreneurship. I'm sure there's many other videos on this verse on the internet, and I'm actually glad I haven't watched them because I don't want to feel like I'm stealing from anybody's anything. But I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a businesswoman. I have my fingers in different pots. I consider so many different fields and I buy so many different fields. I'm now in a place in my life where I consider my earnings and I plant them, right? Which speaks of investments. I'm at a place in my life where I'm learning about money. I used to say, oh my God, I'm so bad with money. I can't count money. I can't do this. I can't do that. Those are all the limiting beliefs that I allowed myself to believe about myself. Yes, some of them came from externally, people who didn't know how to navigate certain things about me and would then speak those things aloud, and I would then take them on as my truth up until I took responsibility of my life. What keeps you where you are is 100% victimhood. And I need you to hear me very clearly. I am not saying it is your fault that the things that are happening in your life are happening in your life, but continuing to stay in that energy space, that then becomes a choice, right? So I'm at a place in my life where I consider my earnings and I want to plant a vineyard. So I act accordingly. And I read this daily to remind myself that I need to be knowledgeable about planting my seeds. I need to be knowledgeable about where my earnings are going. I'm not just here to make money just to spend it. I'm here to grow it. I'm here to build wealth. I'm here to impact lives, you know? The next verse that stands out for me in this season is verse 17. She sets about her work vigorously. Her arms are strong for her tasks. Now, laziness is not a part of it. And we can be lazy for so many different reasons. If you've just given birth, you're not lazy, you're tired. But there's so many different reasons for not doing the things that we have to do. And there'll always be a reason. But what is the reason that you have to remind you why you need to do the things that you need to do? I'm at a place in my businesses where I'm not building awareness. I now want to see profit. I now want to see the bottom line. So what do? I act accordingly. I start to work vigorously. My arms are strong for my task. My task means I have a goal. Task means I have a direction. Task means I have considered where I want to go and I've mapped it out. Now, how do I stay on the path? This beautiful book is how I stay on the path and staying physically strong, emotionally strong, spiritually strong, and mentally fortified, right? And then the next verse that stood out for me is verse 18. She sees that her trading is profitable and her lamp does not go out at night. Once you start, you see. Once you get to a place where you start to see profit, then you know you are doing something. Something is moving. Something is doing the things that need to be done, right? And with me seeing profit and my lamp not going out at night, I get reminded every morning I read this. And I have to stay up late to finish a report. I have to stay up late to think about social media strategies. I remember this verse. It is according to God's will that I work vigorously. Not vigorously as in, oh my God, I'm going to be so tired, but intentionally. It is God's will that my trading is profitable. It is God's will that I do pull out the long hours. Nothing that you ever want comes with putting in the bare minimum. Absolutely nothing. And then there's one last verse. She watches over the affairs of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. Most often when we speak about a soft life, we paint it as me just chilling doing nothing. I hope in the things I've highlighted, you realize that that's not the soft life. The soft life, the truest essence of a soft life is living according to the way God wants you to live. I definitely didn't want this to be too preachy, but here we are. Here we are. I want you to understand that you are the one true person that can design your soft life. And unfortunately, it does not come with next to no effort. It comes with a lot of intentionality, a lot of thought, a lot of, consistency, a lot of discipline. My life is soft. My life is very soft. I'm about to go bake some bread. It is currently about to be 4 p.m. I've been able to take my daughter to the doctor. I've been able to do some dried herbs. I've been able to do so many things. I've been able to do my makeup. I've been able to spend time on me because there's a lot of intentionality and I've built a lot of systems. So my life is soft by virtue of my intention. I hope I'm making sense. And there's one last thing. She speaks with wisdom, and faithful instruction is on her tongue. You can't sommer net just praat hoor. Like, I used to just talk for the sake of talking. And there are times when I do talk for the sake of talking. But if there's one thing I pray about is to have wisdom and faithful instruction on my tongue, because there's so many things that rely on my wisdom. There's so many things that rely on me having it together in my mind, and that is why I pray to God daily for mental fortification. We often think that the journey with Jesus Christ is just stars, skies, and blue skies, and it's cute and whatever, and it is cute, but you have to literally go to war with your mind. You have to go to war with your mind and your flesh, and God helps you to do that. God gives you the strength and God gives you the grace, because you are human. You are gonna be human, but all of that has been accounted for. What you do going forward is the biggest thing. So if you go through difficult life transitions, if you go through difficult experiences, it's okay. We all fall. We all get up. We all fall. We all get up. When you're a baby and you're learning how to walk, how many times do you fall? And how many times do you get up? You never stop getting up until you start walking. And this is what the Bible means when it speaks about becoming like children. Yes, it means becoming like children, having the heart of children towards God and God's things. But having kids has taught me so much about being an adult and being the most effective adult. Resilience is not about how strong you are. It's about how often you get up and how quickly you get up after each setback. Now, this is not to say that there's a time limit. No, this is all based on you. You could easily just get into a place where you literally like soak in your trauma for too long and then you never make a move. But I've gotten into a place where I experienced something traumatic today and by tomorrow I'm on to the next, because that's what the Bible speaks about. The Bible speaks about each day being new and God's mercies being sufficient for every new day. What is that? Okay, so the devil is a liar, because I just got a call and obviously it cut the recording, and obviously I checked to see what the video looked like. I'm not happy with the video. I'm cut off. You guys are too close to my face. But you know what? The message is going to land with whomever who needs to hear it. And I'm going to post this. And if you see this video up until this point, please give me like a heart in the comments or anything just to give me courage, because I'm going against everything in me to post this despite the fact that it's not perfect. But I do believe that it is going to bless somebody, because I feel blessed by it. And I always feel blessed every time I open the Bible. I'm not looking at the right place. I feel like there's so many things I feel like are wrong, but I know that that is the imposter syndrome. I know that this is something that I had to do right now. So yes, we have done it. We have recorded this video. I have lost my train of thought, and it is fine, because the devil is a liar. We will continue to do what it is that we need to do. And yeah, I just want to say that I'm not going to come with any promises. If you have gotten to this video this far, thank you. Thank you for taking your time. Thank you for watching. Share this with someone if you think that they will be blessed by it. Yeah, life is quite fascinating. Life is quite interesting. I could have never thought that my life would take the direction that it's taken, but here we are, and it's all through the grace of God. I don't want to promise you guys anything about frequency, infrequency. All I want to say is right now, this is where we are. This is what I feel. This is who I am. And I'm saying this out loud because I'm actually comforting myself more than anything. I'm comforting myself to say that it is okay. It is okay. You guys are going to watch me regulate myself, and it's fine. It's okay that this video is not perfect. It's okay that I didn't do it the exact way that I wanted to do it. It's okay that it is not reaching the quote-unquote standards that I have placed myself. It is how it should be, and it is perfect in its existence because it is created with the same energy that created the world, because I believe in God. God believes in me. God saw it fit for me to exist in a time such as now. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I was saying in the other video that didn't get recorded that thank you for following me and being with me to this point. I literally could not be where I am today without you guys. You guys have followed me for so long on socials. I'm now sitting at 110,000 on Instagram. That is crazy. 110,000 people. Wow, you guys could be anywhere else. You guys could literally be anywhere else, but you guys are here with me, and I value that so entirely. And that is why I want to be more intentional about the things that I share, because I don't take you guys for granted. I don't take your eyeballs for granted. I don't take your time for granted. So thank you. Mwah.